After doing some research about similar cases to the one studied at Tech Millennium through this paper, one can come to the next hypothesis. Bilingual students are better than traditional students, and the reason for students to be academically better than others is the wanting to learn feeling, accompanied by their possibility to pay for bilingual education or that goes further from the required. For this research, we used a non-experimental design because the variables were manipulated and only observations and analysis about the variables in their natural form were done. The approach in this case was a mixed approach. The quantitative data are the grades from these two students, and it was like collected and give as statistics. And the qualitative data involves the gathering of answers of questions made to students and teachers related to the factors that affect the academic results of the students. For this we made interviews and surveys. The results were the following.
Okay. Y de bilingüe en general, su rendimiento académico, ¿cómo lo considera?
Los tuyos piden un poquito más de promedio, pues tienes menor probabilidad de que suceda, o sea, un bajo desempeño. En sexto puedo decir que los resultados de bilingüe sí son mejores.
¿Y los alumnos de bilingüe, cómo considera su rendimiento académico?
Pero creo que en general sus hábitos de estudio son mejores.
¿Cuáles son los factores que usted cree que hicieron que un alumno haya estado en el programa de bilingüe y otros a tradicional?
Tiene que ver con la visión familiar, o sea, lo que los papás quieren para sus hijos en el futuro y lo que ellos mismos creen que son capaces de lograr, porque no es tan sencillo llevar las materias de ciencias, por ejemplo, en inglés, entonces sí requiere un mayor esfuerzo.
¿Considera que el rendimiento académico de ambos estudiantes es igual?
Pero sí se nota alguna diferencia respecto a enfoque, por ejemplo, de metodología para el trabajo, o sea, son un poco más metódicos.
¿Cómo consideras tu rendimiento académico?
La verdad sí es medio bajo.
¿Y consideras que es porque no eres capaz o porque no te importa y no lo quieres? ¿No quieres aprender o simplemente te da flojera?
Yo soy flojo, la verdad.
Ok. ¿Cómo consideras tu rendimiento académico en general?
Pues bueno.
¿En qué programa estás? ¿En tradicional o bilingüe?
Tradicional.
Tradicional, ok. ¿Por qué fue que te metiste a tradicional?
El nivel.
¿El nivel? ¿Y cuál crees que sea la principal diferencia entre un alumno de bilingüe y uno de tradicional?
Ninguna.
O sea, que no tengas en inglés. ¿Ninguna?
O sea, tal vez las oportunidades económicas.
Questions to the students. First question. Your English level is determined by choice number 1. Primary and secondary schools I attended to. Choice number 2. How much I wanted to learn. Choice number 3. My skills. Choice number 4. Other. With these questions, we first confirm that the wanting to learn feeling is the biggest factor, followed by the secondary and primary school students attended to. Now, next question. How many subjects have you failed? From these results, in the graph, it can't be appreciated, but from the 10 students that have failed at least one subject, only 3 of them are bilingual, with exactly 1 subject failed for each of them. The other 7, including those who failed more than 2, are traditional students. The rest of the questions of the survey to the students will tell us more or less the same about them, so we only included this. Now for the questions to the teachers. First question. With which type of students do you like to work the most? 83.3% answered bilingual. There's nothing else to say about this. And why? They mostly said that because they worked better, and we also saw that in the interviews. If we reduced the amount of students to 50, how many of them would you fail? For the bilingual students, which is the graph above, 66.7% said no students or just one you would fail. And for the traditional students, only 33.3% say that they would only fail or 0 or 1 student. And finally, the last question, which do you consider better academically? The 100% of the teachers said bilingual. So after all the After this, you can say that the first part of the hypothesis was confirmed. Bilingual students are academically better than traditional students. What tells us is these are the averages and the answers of the teachers and students in the interviews. Now, for the second part of the hypothesis, it was partly confirmed because the reason for students to be academically better than the others is in part the wanting to learn feeling, and it is accompanied by their former schools. Nevertheless, we don't know for a fact that their former schools directly depend on the possibility of their parents to pay for bilingual education, or that goes further from the required. So after this, you could ask, what would be the next project about this topic? Maybe the same research but with a bigger sample. We could have interviews, surveys, not only for students in the 6th semester of Tec Milenio, but in other schools such as UVM and Tec de Monterrey. And how can we change present? Well, the quickest answer to this would be motivating students. Maybe not all of them have the same opportunities to study at a bilingual school, but what we know is that there are students who have the possibilities and don't want to take them because they want to work less, they rather be in a traditional program, for example, to have less homework, to study less, and that's not cool. I mean, if all students who had the opportunities took them, then we would have much more better students. How can we impact future? Well, with more research about the topic, we could find out what are the best ways of teaching for students who want to learn more. How is it that learning another language develops parts of the brain to help them in other subjects, and work that part of the brain